Nose of a dog, the heart of a Marine. Sounds like a hero to me.
We're so proud of you both.
Animals can come down with post-traumatic stress the same as people can.
Carl's gone. This dog is officially your dog.
Max has to know that you want him.
It's okay. It's okay.
This family takes care of its own.
Max.
You want me to stay?
You've been out here all night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Rated PG.
Thank you so much for your time here. Can you tell me how you got to be part of this movie?
The phone rang, and no, when I found out about the movie, Thomas was attached and Boaz the filmmaker, and I read it and I just thought it was a really beautiful story and something I hadn't known too much about these dogs who serve, and I liked that it was kind of in a subtle way a thank you to the service families, or just recognizing them, but it wasn't like necessarily pro-war. It was just about this family's loss and kind of how they healed, and it struck me. I just responded emotionally and thought it'd be a good story to tell.
The phone rang, and they said, would you be interested in being a part of this? And I said, only if we have Lauren Graham as my wife. And there are, some intimate moments.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, I heard that Thomas liked me for the movie, and I was so convinced that he could not possibly know who I was that I told my friends that he was probably thinking of Heather Graham. I was like, he thinks they called, and I'm gonna show up, and he's gonna be like, wait a minute. But it all worked out.
And on my side, whenever they said, well, Lauren is very interested in working with you, I said, then she must think that it's a Thomas Haden Cruise, that it's not in fact me. It's Tom Cruise, the heartthrob. But we got all that cleared up, needless to say. No, it sent the script, phone calls with Boaz, who I'd been acquainted with, years and years earlier. I also was fairly, friendly with Karen Rosenfeld and Ken Brancato, the producers, and it just felt like something that I could really bring to life in a way that, pulling from my own life story, having a father that was a combat vet and all, but. It in all seriousness, whenever I heard that Lauren was interested, it was even more compelling for me, because I think she's a wonderful actress, and I thought she would be a wonderful Pam Wilcott.
Nice.
Wincott.
And working with a dog, how was working with,
It was mainly okay. These are incredible dogs. They're very, very smart, and the stuff they were doing was kind of what they're trained to do, as opposed to when you have to act with a dog that's supposed to look like they really like you, or these dogs were given these tasks that they were really equipped to handle, and sometimes you're doing take after take for the dog, but I was mainly impressed. It was just nice to have animals around, and I'm not talking about you.
No, yeah, the dogs were terrific. I mean, they're so expertly trained, and like I say, when I've said it a number of times, whenever we would complete a scene, and you knew that they'd gotten some really great, authentic moments out of the dogs, and knowing that that we had all capably done what we set out to do. And Boaz was happy, and there was something sort of more rewarding about it. Something that I think a lot of people's perception is that all animals are to some extent uncontrollable and unpredictable. And so when you get something that is so skillfully executed involving an animal, there is, I don't know, it's like a different level of endorphins kick in or something. I don't know.
It's like everything comes together.
Yeah.
What do you expect about the audience to get out of this movie? What do you want them to get out of this movie?
I think it's a story of grief turned to hope, and I think to some degree everyone has had that experience, and then on top of that it's sort of honoring these dogs and the work they do, and sort of a, reflecting the families who have contributed to our country, and it's just emotional and a good story. It's a sort of an old-fashioned family movie.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Arlene. I'm from My Sangre Latina, and I'm here with Carlos, who played Max in the upcoming film. And I want you to come and invite you guys to watch this movie because it have a great message.